In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on October 20th, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Kings versus Pittsburgh Penguins. The Los Angeles Kings face the Pittsburgh Penguins, with both teams looking to build off strong starts to the season. The Kings have a 3-2 record and are currently on a 3-game winning streak. The Penguins have a 2-0-1 record and are in the middle of a competitive Metropolitan Division. Both teams are looking to improve in their conferences to start the season, and the upcoming game should be a great one as a result. The Kings are 1-4 in their last 5 games on Tuesday. The Kings are 4-0 in their last 5 games against the Metro. The over is 6-0 in the Penguins' last 6 home games. The over is 10-1 in the Penguins' last 11 games. The over is 8-1-2 in Kings' last 11 games after allowing 8 or more power play opportunities in their previous game. After a rather embarrassing loss in Montreal, the Penguins get the head back to Pittsburgh to welcome a Kings team that is about as far from home as possible. This is a great spot for the Pens to look as dominant as they did in their first 2 games. They opened up their season with back-to-back games in Pittsburgh and won both games by scores of 6-2. The most recent of those victories was against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who have won 2 of the last 3 Stanley Cups. Therefore, they should bounce back against the Kings on Thursday. Los Angeles has looked shaky at best so far this season and doesn't have the firepower to match Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and the Pens. Crosby recorded 6 points across the first 2 games of the season to move into 19th all-time, and Malkin just had 2 goals in their most recent game. The Kings opened up their season with back-to-back losses, including an embarrassing home loss to the Kraken by a final score of 4-1. They've bounced back recently, but they needed overtime and a shootout to win each of their last 2 games. They were also on the road, so this Los Angeles team is likely already fatigued early into the young season. Therefore, we expect this to be a great opportunity for the Pens to make up for their 2-0 blown lead in their last game. The Kings can be a pest defensively, but with Chris Letting along with Crosby and Malkin, that trio can penetrate and score enough to take care of business in regulation. So the Pittsburgh Penguins money line is our full game side pick. The Penguins, who average 4.67 goals per game, should constantly find the back of the net with Sidney Crosby, Brian Rust, Jake Gensel, and the rest of the forward unit gashing the Kings' defense on the rush and overwhelming them with speed in all 3 zones. The Kings, who have scored 16 goals in their last 3 games, should run up the score with Gabriel Velarde, Adrian Kemp, Hans Kopitar, and the rest of the forward unit establishing a strong offensive zone presence and creating open shots with great puck movement, while defenseman Matt Roy and Sean Durzi pick apart the Penguins' defense from the point. Both teams have great offenses, and the upcoming game should reflect that, with both forward units stepping up and finding the back of the net throughout the game. This will be a high-scoring game controlled by both offenses. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Nashville Predators versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The Nashville Predators and the Columbus Blue Jackets will face off against each other on Thursday evening inside of Nationwide Arena for their first of 2 regular season matchups. The Predators are second in the Central Division and are riding a 3-game losing streak after a 4-3 shootout home loss on Tuesday against the Los Angeles Kings. The Blue Jackets are last in the Metropolitan Division and are coming off of a 4-3 overtime home win over the Vancouver Canucks on Tuesday. The Predators are 1-4 in their last 5 road games and 2-8 in their last 10 overall. The Blue Jackets are 1-4 in their last 5 Thursday games and 1-4 in their last 5 overall. The under is 3-1 in Predators' last 5 overall. The over is 5-1 in Blue Jackets' last 6 overall. The Predators are 49-19 in the last 68 meetings. The favorite is 50-21 in the last 71 meetings. The home team is 39-18 in the last 57 meetings. The Nashville Predators have looked like more of a complete team this season than the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I would rather have Saros between between the pipes than a returning Corpuzalo. Mikael Granlund is tied for second in the NHL with 5 goals, while Columbus has scored less than double that as an entire team. Without Patrick Lane for the Blue Jackets, I do not like their ability to get stops on the ice. The Predators are 49-19 in their last 68 games against one another. Both of these teams need to get going offensively, but I think it goes without saying the Nashville Predators are the better team and playing the better hockey through the small sample size. The Columbus Blue Jackets look sluggish at best on both ends of the ice, and now they run into a Predators team they've had no success against over the years. The price is reasonable. It's hard to turn down the Predators in this spot, so the Nashville Predators money line is our full game side pick. The Predators are averaging 2.4 goals per game, but they scored only 1 goal in their only road game. They averaged 3.67 goals per game in their last 3 games against the Blue Jackets. With Columbus giving up 4 goals per game at home, the Predators will go over their average in this game. The Blue Jackets are averaging 2.25 goals per game and 3 goals per game at home. They averaged 2.67 goals per game in their last 3 games against the Predators. Both of these defenses haven't been great, but the offense for both teams have been even worse, and that is going to be the case here. Look for both offenses to really struggle here. With Nashville only giving up 3 goals per game, the Blue Jackets won't score enough goals to push the score past the total. Look for a 2-1 or 2-0 type of final score in this one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Jose Sharks versus New York Rangers. The San Jose Sharks face the New York Rangers with both teams on opposite ends of the standings to start the season. The Sharks are 0-5 and desperate to win their first game of the season, while the Rangers are 3-1 and look like one of the best teams in the NHL. The Sharks are looking to climb out of the bottom of the Pacific Division, while the Rangers are hoping to remain near the top of the Eastern Conference. The Sharks are 16-39 in their last 55 road games and 13-38 in their last 51 overall. The Rangers are 37-14 in their last 51 home games and 5-1 in their last 6 versus Western Conference. The under is 4-1 in Sharks' last 5 versus Eastern Conference. The under is 7-2 in Rangers' last 9 overall. The Sharks are 1-6 in the last 7 meetings in New York and 0-7 in the last 7 meetings. The New York Rangers are red hot, and there is no way that they are going to be stopped by the San Jose Sharks here. San Jose has scored 8 goals this season, while left winger Artemi Panarin for New York has already posted 8 assists. Shesterkin is a solid goaltender and should be able to limit the amount of scoring chances for the Sharks in this game. The Rangers have won each of the previous 7 games against the Sharks. The San Jose Sharks are going nowhere fast, and now they run into a Rangers team on the road, a club they've lost 7 straight games against. The New York Rangers look terrific on both ends of the ice, and their quality defense should have little issues against a Sharks offense that's shown 0 progress through 5 games. So the New York Rangers money line is our full game side pick. The Rangers should be able to do just as well defensively against the Sharks, as goaltender Igor Shesterkin is still between the pipes. The reigning Vezina Trophy winner held the Tampa Bay Lightning to just 1 goal in the season opener, and San Jose is nowhere near that caliber of team. Their primary threat is Timo Meier, and Rangers defenseman Adam Fox will mark him and take care of that issue. Meier has recorded just 1 point across the Sharks' 5 games this season, so he hasn't looked good anyway. They don't have a single skater with more than 3 points, so don't expect much contribution from the Sharks in this game. The Rangers defeated the Sharks in shutout fashion in both of their games last season, which ended in final scores of just 1-0 and 3-0. It's rather surprising that this total isn't at 6 or lower, but that only creates more value on going below the current total, which is an even larger number. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.